All right. All right. I think we're live. All right. So this is Doc Williams with the Toolkit. And this is I don't know, a vlog about do brands, especially athletes, even need a website anymore? So this was a thought experiment with Malcolm the other day, and then Danny, the other co-founder of the Toolkit. We were talking about different websites and what's the benefits, what kind should we go with, and I thought about, well, why don't we just have a video about it and show the journey of the Toolkit as what we're doing. So the issue is we're dealing with, should we go with Impressly, do a WordPress site, what's going on? So this is behind the scenes, and also if you want more information, go to thetoolkit.work. So it's www.thetoolkit.work, and you get all the information as we're about to launch this new master course and product. So I'm going to do a screen share real quick and talk about the pros and cons of what's going on. All right, so you can see my screen real quick, and we're going to go through a couple examples. So first, we're going to go through Impressly, talking about what that is. And then we're going to talk about also WordPress and the back end of that, what the difference is, what you can do with WordPress versus Impressly. And then we're going to have the conversation about, do you even need a website? So the first thing is we're going to look at one of the athletes that we just signed, Nathan Dameron, and we're going to look at his feed, and then we're going to talk about it. So we're actually building this out in real time, guys. So you get to see behind the scenes. So the first thing is we're looking at Nathan's page. Great. And he has over 24,000 followers at the moment, 845 posts, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if we take a look real quick, look at the engagement. So we have plays over 7K, 22, 35 right there. Sometimes 1,800, but I'm sure that's going to increase. So the question is to drive and convert, to get Nathan to have more followers, to have more engagement, and what we're going to do is email marketing. How is this possible? Well, there's a few different ways. One is, of course, creating a website. So we did a demo real quick. This is live. And you'll see this one, and this is the Impressly interface right there. So what's good and bad about this? Well, we just put it together real quick. The bio, boom, you have the regular, what he's accomplished, similar to what he has on his Instagram page as well. And then we have a call to action. Hi, Nathan Dameron, and you can message him right there. So we can have, obviously, a stronger call to action, but just something to get them to the athlete and be able to pitch their idea. Now, what's the downside of Impressly right now? Well, a couple of things we see. The interface where you can have SumoMe, you can't have that. So we can't have the call to action. What does SumoMe look like? Let's go to, should we go to KevinKilos.com? Really simply, you can have SumoMe act in a couple different ways. Boom, right there. We have a welcome mat. Something that has a call to action, very easy. You have a submit, no thanks, caffeine, never miss a product drop right there. So they're giving you an incentive why you should be on their list. They're not saying, hey, be part of our newsletter. They're giving you a reason to sign up. Now you can say submit or no thanks or shop now, and then it goes to the regular page, okay, what they're doing. So one of the things about Impressly, you can't have something overlaid like that. You can't have the welcome mat at this time. Right now, we're trying to talk to the company to see if they have any native tools to be able to integrate, but right now, no backend for that. Another thing to mention for Impressly that looks like this is for the business edition. Of course, it's white labeled, everything like that. But also the analytics, you can do basic ones. It can show you visitor counts, what's going on, who's accessing it, from where, all that kind of stuff. You can also add a store, so you can take payments, everything like that. And the settings are really easy. There's even a section for CEO setups, obviously, contact, all that kind of stuff. So very basic. Now, what are some of the benefits? Hold on, let me switch there. I'll switch back. So what are some of the benefits from Impressly? Well, first, just looking at it, it's very easy to use. it's very easy to start. So different athletes that might just want to have a website, something that they can keep up very easily, to have a blog, very easy. Another thing is it's very easy to maintain and for people to contact you. So almost just like a calling card, just go to this website, you can have it. The downside is it doesn't seem like the conversion or to capture the conversion will be very easy. But the question is, who's going to the site anyway? Well, it would be fans of the athlete. So should we really even be concerned about SEO and optimization? Something to think about. Also, when you're looking at it, the people that are going to the athlete pages, they already know who the person is. So we don't have to already impress them. So do we care necessarily? Just something to think about. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at WordPress for a second and show all the benefits that it has, its adaptability. And one of the best things is once you get a WordPress site up and running, it's free, pretty much. I mean, the plugins, most of it's free. You'll see what I mean. So let's go back to screen share, desktop view, and bam. So you should see my setup again. So let's switch over to the desktop for WordPress. Okay, so this is the back end of a WordPress site, WordPress.org, not the WordPress.com. Don't worry, we'll get into the differing what that means later on, but just realize if you're paying for your domain and registering, that means that you're using WordPress.org 99.999% of the time. So why do we care about WordPress? Well, one of the great advantages is, number one, it's lightweight. So when you're accessing it, it loads really fast, and you can optimize how fast it runs by using different plugins. Just like Jetpack, it can do a lot of different things. And we'll talk about different plugins on another episode, but just realize that it can make your site a lot faster. You can capture a lot more information. And if you look at my custom dashboard, and I've upgraded it a bunch of different times for different reasons, just to test things when I'm working on different things for clients. I've got a Google Analytics summarizer right here. It's a summary. Instead of going to, don't look at that, just other emails coming up. But we see that right here. It's important because it's very easy to know where the traffic's coming from, bounce rate, everything like that. Also, I added a site stats right here. And I've even added where it blocks, it's a word fence basically, WordPress fence. So it tracks if anyone's trying to do a breach or anything like that. And it tells me the country, everything like that. So it's really cool. Also, Yoast, it's SEO optimizer. So it can really customize each post to make sure that it comes up easier on Google. But once again, that might not be your main thing, especially if you've already got a brand that people are connecting with. Why do you care about the SEO as the main thing? Just something to think about. Also, one of the greatest things ever, the Sumo Me integration. It's excellent. Oh, wrong button. It gives you a bunch of different things. The welcome mat, that's what we saw on the Caffeine and Kilos site. Smart bar, which happens at the top. I'll show you another site that utilizes that, and you can do a lot of other things. So right here you'll see, boom, all this stuff happening right here. And then we've got the drop down for the for the welcome mat. Then we got a smart bar at the top, and then it gives me analytics of what's happening, who's subscribed, when, everything like that. So it gives me all of my stuff. Then you can also see the analytics. Let's switch over. You can see welcome mat. I can see conversion rate, everything like that. Who's come in, how many times, what's going on. It shows me my overall, how many emails I've collected, stuff like that. Okay, another one. It will show me smart bar. Now, just to like, get that out of there. Just continue. I had the Pro Edition for Welcome Mat, so it's going to do a lot more for me. My campaigns are tracked, A/B testing, everything like that. But right here, if I want to, I can check what's going on with conversions. I sometimes do different campaigns, stuff like that. So it's actually really adaptable, and once again, it loads really fast, so it's lightweight on the browser and everything like that. So let's click out from there. The last thing is we're talking about athletes. What do they care about? Well, we're debating about which one would work best and different tactics to reach their audience. Now, what do we know about Instagram followers? High engagement. Obviously, you can see how many clicks. You can see the numbers of people commenting. Not huge, but still, it really depends on the post and what's going on. But you can get some pretty good numbers. And more importantly, like 29 right there. But more importantly, we have all those followers right there. So how do we get them to sign up? What's the main thing? Where is my main button that I was supposed to press? Here we go. Well, one idea that we're going to be testing is talking to them on their native platform. So one is going to be sending them to a landing page from the bio from Instagram, and then one is directly DMing them. So direct message and seeing what they can do. So the project that we're going to be working on is setting up a landing page saying, hey, this is what we're going with. Hey, if you're interested, sign up and go to this page. Why is this effective? Number one, we're giving a call to action and we're only allowing them to do one thing. We're asking them to sign up for a certain gift or a service. So instead of sending them, hey, check out my new website, you get there, there's a bunch of stuff. What am I supposed to do? Am I looking at the new blogs? Am I looking at your videos? Am I asked to sign up? A landing page or a squeeze page is asking you specifically only one thing, which means the thinking goes out the window, and now all they have to do is click, sign up for their email. That's it. So that's been effective. We've seen that lead pages, Wishpond, everyone. We already know that works. But what we're going to also check is if we direct message someone, try to talk to them on the native platform, would they also be willing to email or to sign up? Now, there are a lot of cons on this, possibly a lot of pros, but we'll go with cons first. If we direct message everyone and ask them, could I have your email address? What would that mean on the back end? Well, for specifically Instagram right now, that means we would have to copy and paste and put each email address into a list on their site. So on ConvertKit or MailChimp or something like that. That's a lot of time. The upside is if you look at the engagement on direct message, especially on Instagram, it's through the roof. So what we're trying to experiment is if we have a more natural conversation and not do it as a sales pitch, will the conversion rate go up exponentially? So now, what's the downside again? Once again, we're looking at some of these athletes that have 24,000 potential leads. Do they want to sit there and copy and paste and do all these things? What are the upsides? What can we do? So it's going to be a little bit, there's going to be a lot of sweat equity into this bad boy, but we're going to test this out and we'll get back to you. If you want to check out our journey, if you want to check out what we do at the Toolkit, once again, go to www.thetoolkit.work and we'll give you more details, or continue to follow us on our YouTube channel. And soon, just in case you've got your iPhone or whatever, sign up for Anchor. Anchor, just like you put in the water. And Anchor, that's a new app that I'm on, and it's almost like micro podcasting. I know I have a micro podcasting show, but this is 2 minutes or less of conversations with people. So if you're on the interwebs, check me out on Anchor and just look for the Toolkit. You'll see me. All right, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.